Right there, buddy. What did Humps do?
I know. How about that? I'm actually curious to see how this goes.
He was almost our leading rusher.
He was.
He was at 45 yards, yeah.
Leading rusher in the game.
And 5 for 6 passing. I think Humphrey got lost in the dancing. Like, all of a sudden I saw him just kind of melt into the. This moment might be too big for Humphrey. He might not be able to handle it.
Well, you want to go ahead and get started, and I'll pull him in whenever he's.
No, we will. I'm good. We'll wait.
wait?
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
wait. Yeah, absolutely.
No, there we go.
Here we go. That's a way to make a grand entrance. Make us all wait a little bit. Right, Hunter?
No, I'm a 6-year senior. I got
So you're senior, you know, Hunter knows you should get here right after me. I have a good football team. And I've said this even after we've lost, that this team is talented and they give me everything they have. You know, day in and day out. I get a text message Sunday from my strength coach, and he tells me it's the best lift of the year. And we just had a horrible, horrible loss that Saturday night. And to see the resilience that these guys have and just see the commitment they have and see how they believe in each other. And we went into this thing saying, really simple, we're going to have to play defense and we're going to play 3 quarterbacks. And we're going to have a package for Noah, and we're going to have a package for Humps, and we're going to have a package for Ty. The difference with Ty this week was we didn't let him take a single snap all week. And I think it got him a little healthier because of that. And I mean, last week it was, he was just learning the offense in terms of from the quarterback position. We have 5 quarterbacks on scholarship. All 5 are hurt. The 2 freshmen, one is a hamstring, one is a knee. Mike Dare, who's a really good football player, actually Hunter's roommate, he had a hip labrum, and then obviously Eric broke his hand, and then Ty with the ankle. So, what's the frustrating part has been I know how good my football team is, and we have just come up against it at the injury spot at one spot, that quarterback position. So we all know that we just got to kind of hang on until we get one of those 2 guys back healthy, Eric or Ty, and then, look out. Damn the torpedoes, because we're coming after everybody. So that's kind of the mindset our kids have, that we just have to go find a way to win. We didn't find a way to win last week, and they could have easily folded their tents, and they didn't. So one of the special victories of my career, playing a top 10 team, and you're going in and you're outmanned in terms of it's tough playing offensive football without one of your top 5 quarterbacks. You basically pulled a walk-on former quarterback, high school quarterback that's playing slot receiver for us and said, hey, learn the quarterback position. We're going to run some schemes with you. And I knew this. I knew the moment would not be too big for him. And it wasn't. He just went out, and I think he just reveled in that opportunity. And that's all we ever want in life, is an opportunity. I think this defense is playing as well as any defense in the country. And they don't panic. People are going to make plays on you. They don't panic. And they just go play the next snap. And a lot of it's because we're really talented. But more than anything, it's the leadership. Hunter and Royce just really take control of that whole defense in terms of, how we practice, how we prepare, mentally. And then game day, those guys have everything locked down. So great win. And, really, really proud of my team.
Coach, night and day difference from the offense from last week to this week. Kind of just take us through a little bit. What led into your decision because of the way that y'all went out on the street?
Well, it was frustrating because we thought Ty would be further along last week, and he wasn't. And so I made the decision with the trainers. I said, he's a really bright kid. He doesn't really need the physical reps. I think he's creating some bad habits, throwing off his front foot so much because he's not pushing off his back foot. I said, let's just shut him down, just rehab him. And then they did a great thing. They took him down to the pool. He actually missed our team meeting Friday. They took him down the pool, put him in water just below his waist, and he was pushing off, throwing the ball, running high knees. And they explained, you're 50% body weight right now without even being taped. And so he went out early and warmed up, and you could just see, like, I'm ready to go. And so it was nice that, and he also appreciated the fact that we could take some stuff off of him. He didn't have to go out there and play 80 snaps. We could take, some snaps that he could kind of watch from the sideline. You also saw him, pull the ball down and run a little bit, which, last week, he couldn't even move side to side at all in the pocket, so it really put us in a horrible position. So it was, again, it was a great team win because the guys all knew going into this thing that we were going to have to play clean. And, it might not look pretty at times, but we just got to keep on persevering. And, it was, again, it was a great win. And when you have a defense like we have a chance to beat anybody.
And, Hunter, I think it's the first, since you got here, first shutout against an FCS opponent. What's the thing about this defense that's allowed y'all to be so dangerous?
Well, Coach Carlin preaches every day, swarming and competing, and our guys, we do a great job of holding each other to a high standard in that. And, the more we run around and make plays, it's going to be hard for the offense to move the ball, and I think that's what you saw today. We were swarming and we were giving relentless effort, and that's what it came down to, a defensive shutout. Can't ask for anything more.
Yeah, sideline to sideline, I don't know if I've had a defense that runs like these guys run. And, Clayton preaches it, and it's something they just talk about every single meeting. It's about run to the ball, run to the ball. And when you have leaders like this, they hold that standard, so it's, and we also have 3 pretty good D linemen that can create a lot of problems for you.
And Ryan, how did you kind of mentally prepare heading into this game, first time knowing that you're going to get significant reps at quarterback since you were in high school?
Yeah, it starts with just everyone around me having faith in me. You practice, and it's a different situation because with Ty and Eric and Mike and all them down, but it starts with my teammates, believing in me, and that's just giving me confidence to just go out and play football. It's easy, when the defense is as great as they are, just score some points, and they're going to pitch a shutout, and that's what happened today.
Ryan, can you just take us through everything that happened on that touchdown pass?
Man, that's so we've been working on that play all week. Coach Cardi, he felt really good about it. There's a lot of moving parts in that, so if everything goes to plan and the offensive line gets out and gets in front of Ife, who's fastest guy on the field, then that's tough as a defense just with all those moving parts.
Yeah, Ife and Noah can really stress you, 2 true freshmen, and their speed and athleticism really is unique. And like I said, Ife can run by you, and he's a little shake to him too. So, yeah, we have a pretty young, talented group of athletes on both sides of the ball.
Ryan, you had a lot of good reads out there today. It looked like the game wasn't moving by you very quickly. How were you able to slow everything down and just kind of keep your head about you out there?
Well, with the offensive line, they come in on Tuesday excited to work every day, and they make it easy. Just because the first hole's not there doesn't mean that there's not another one coming. Woody, he's a great lead blocker. Just get behind that guy and get what you can get. We talked about all week finishing positive on plays and protecting the football, and if we do that, we're going to win. And today we did all of that.
And let me explain the 3 quarterbacks. So Ty had a package, Noah had a package, he had the whole thing. So anything that we ran, because that's how smart, Humps is. So we pretty much said, okay, you're running everything we have, you're going to run, and Noah's going to have a package, and Ty's going to have a package. So again, it's just such a credit to him because, he understands the offense because he plays receiver, but now he had to understand the run game, the protections. It took a lot of time, and he's a guy that we all have a lot of faith in. So we didn't blink when we knew that we had to give him an opportunity.
Just another testament to my man Humphreys here. He was our scout team quarterback last year and gave us fits. So if anybody can attest that this guy was ready to step up and take the challenge, it was the defense. Because last year, man, practice was miserable because we had to face this guy every day.
We actually did some scout team quarterback this year. And when we were trying to figure out, okay, what are we going to do with the quarterback spot, that's when the defensive guys were like, you guys are crazy if you don't make Humphrey a quarterback. Our offensive guys like, okay, that scout team, like this is a real game, like trust us. And, they were right. The kid's a hell of a football player and, just doesn't panic and he's poised and he could handle, again, he handled the entire offense, just not a package.
Hunter, you've been here for 4 or 5, maybe 6 years now. Coming off a 17-0 win against one of the best teams in the country, back in first place, have you ever seen this team as confident as it is right now?
We're confident, but we do realize that Sunday there's going to be things that we need to work on so we can keep progressing. I mean, you don't want to become average when you win games. You know, you got to find something to always work on every week. And you know, yeah, we're confident we're going to, you know, have fun for the next 24 hours, but you know, it's time we got to start preparing for the next game. I mean, it's the most important game because we're the ones playing it. But it feels good. We got to keep getting better and better.
You guys talk a lot about the preparation on your side. If they got a performance like this, though, other teams are sitting there saying that they're going to have to prepare to face you guys on the other side of the ball. And especially, I mean, any shutout's great, but with it coming out to Nicholls right now, what kind of statement does that make for you guys, and especially heading into Conway now?
Well, you know, we pride ourselves on our rush defense, and they were the #1 rushing offense in the conference. So, you know, we came in, and that was our main goal. Our main goal every week is to stop the run, and that's what we did out there. And that's just preparation. And Coach Carlin stresses if you want to be a great defense, you got to stop the run, and that's what we did.
And Coach even said to me before the game, he goes, "And your rush defense is unbelievable." And I kind of thought that they would test it, you know, see if they could get on the perimeter. And then I think they felt they had to take shots. Now, their quarterback's on a 70% completion rate, so it's not a stretch for them to want to throw the football. But, you know, they are a run-at-you-first mentality, and that, you know, we really limited them there.
So you mentioned Chase Forte, and I kind of want to touch on this with you, Coach. You've had a way of I mean, he's a very talented football player. You've said it before. I mean, you've sung his praises. You just kind of had a way of shutting him down when they play you. What's that?
Yeah, we did the last 2 years here. I mean, last year he had a pretty good day. But I think, you know, our whole mentality was if they can run the football at us, then it's going to be a headache because he's going to make those plays downfield. If they can't run the ball on us, then we're going to send a bunch of heat at him. And really, I mean, he took a lot of shots. I mean, he didn't make it out of the game. And we were shocked that he was still in the game when he was in the game because the number of hits he had taken. So he easily could have been out of that game in the first half. You got to appreciate how tough he is. 4-year starter, one of the best players in this league. Our kids were up for the challenge. They wanted to see if they could, you know, they could play like they played, and they did.
Coach, Keith Heinrich might be the last tight end to lead the team in receiving for a game. How important was it for you guys to get Woody involved and have the big plays that he made today?
Well, you know, Ryan and the whole offense staff, you know, very intelligent, knew that it might be a little tough to force the ball downfield. So we had some stuff up for Woody, and, you know, Woody, you know, played at a really, really high level. And so, you know, if you look at our offense, we have really talented outside receivers, inside receivers, offensive line. We have guys who can run the football, and that tight end spot, you know, I feel really good about. I think, you know, arguably one of the best teams in the country. It's just we got to get healthy at the quarterback spot. And, you know, Ryan Humphreys, I think, gives us a lot of confidence, you know, going into, you know, next week, knowing that we have options. We have some things that we can do. And having a security blanket like Woody makes any quarterback feel, okay, you know what? Get the ball to the big man. And the big man ran hard. He really did.
Ryan, does a game like this do anything for you in terms of holder of the year? Do you get bonus points for that?
Well, you know, I guess it does look good, you know, the versatility.
Resume builder. It's a resume builder.
Playing other spots, you know, so I really want that holder of the year. It's important to me. You know, we work on it every week in practice with Tucker, Addington, and then the kickers. So it's important to me, I promise you.
Anything else?
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good job, guys.